Welcome, Scorpio, to your September reading for Milk and Honey Tarot Therapy. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. Be sure and watch all of your Sun, Moon, and Rising readings, as one may resonate with you better than the other. If you haven't seen me before, had my channel since 2017. I am an intuitive therapist. Mostly work one-on-one with people, but the reading and the tarot and the videos are a great way to connect with an audience. And if you're interested in going deeper, my information is below and how to reach me. And I do use energy healing, metaphysical tools, spiritual teaching as a part of my practice. So let's get started, Scorpio, for September for your reading. Okay. You know, August was filled with great energy in the astrology, the North and South node changing signs, the eclipses, just huge transitions for everybody. So let's see. So the first card we have coming out is this Two of Swords. So some of you, maybe you felt really blocked lately. You haven't necessarily known what you're supposed to do next. Maybe you're waiting. This two is about trying to tune into your intuition. You've got the water and the moon in the background that both in the tarot represent. Maybe you need to spend some time in nature and prayer and meditating, or with someone who can help you uncover some things that need to be uncovered so you can get unblocked. Now, this block isn't huge. You know, the Eight of Swords is more of a sort of a little bit bigger block but this woman can put down her sword. She can take her own blindfold off. So you have the power to get unstuck. Where this next card coming out, and this deck is impasse. So definitely the cards start to tell a story, even though they're general readings, and you can apply this to your situation. It may be work related, it may be relationship, could be a health issue, something, a living situation, finances, but you've been at an impasse. You've been really blocked lately. Um, and this is what's, the reaction is with all this. Maybe it's just been a huge betrayal. This Ten of Swords is often like feeling stabbed in the back. This man is laying flat. He's been knocked down, like maybe just some huge disappointing news or development has happened recently. The good news with this card is 10 is a number of completion. And this man, as you can see off in the distance, the black sky is dissipating, and what is coming to replace it is this bright light that's starting to shine on you. So the storm is going to pass, and you're going to start to get some answers. You're going to start to feel unblocked. You're going to start to feel like you can move forward. This deck, we've got this card, Stormy. So yeah, it may be a little stormy, or has been stormy, or maybe through the rest of this month, there's just going to be some, elements that you need to be aware of, you need to be careful about. But as you work through that, and you're going to get to a different place. We always do. Life is filled with transitions. The weather doesn't stay stormy, the sun comes out. That's that way in life as well. And it's going to, what's it going to take for you to work through this? Well, we have some interesting cards that may really require you, Scorpio, to do a little bit of inner work. That's the kind of stuff I do. So, but we're getting this shadow. This is always dealing about the shadow side. What are you not wanting to face? What's the asking yourself the tough questions, or working with a professional is going to help you dig through that, uncover those things, and get to the answers, and where you need to tap in and change. This next card coming out is Here and Now. So that's dealing with the present. Deal with this present situation first. Deal with the blockages, the impasse, uncover those answers, and then you'll be able to feel a freedom. You'll feel released. You'll feel, and that's what I love working with one-on-one people, is helping them move from the stuck places to a new situation. And I do get this could be just something going on in your own head. I heard somebody say recently, the real prisons, the real stuck place is in our own thoughts and our own beliefs. And we have to change those things. You can do this. There is a peaceful resolution. If you are truly in some sort of situation where a resolution is needed, you're going to find that peaceful resolution. Your part, their part. Again, this could be work, it could be a relationship. And what might be also required in this is forgiveness. And that can mean a lot of things. That can mean forgiving yourself, forgiving somebody else, releasing, just releasing the past. Forgiveness really in the original text meant release, to let something go. So just release the past, release the things that, and then, for some of you, I do get, you might be making a change. And because I get this Seven of Swords, this could be you slipping away sort of stealthily. Maybe you're interviewing for another position or planning your exit from something. And that's okay to keep planning this. It is challenging. Seven is a number of challenge, like the stormy card and the impasse. But it's okay to be planning an exit. This could be somebody is moving away from you, and maybe they've taken something that didn't belong to them. This can often be called the thief card. So in a general reading, it may show up for some of you that way. For others, it's you going away. Maybe somebody has taken things from you, and that's where that forgiveness needs to come in. But again, as you do this work and you uncover the things that need to be, and sort of make amends, if you will, even if it's releasing yourself, you're going to have this peace, this peaceful resolution coming in. Divinity, we've got this card where you're tapping into your own divinity, but also getting divine guidance, divine sort of affirmation that things are moving forward for you. And you're going to have a new start. We've got the Wheel of Fortune card. It's not all bad. You've got brand new cycles. This is associated with Jupiter. There's expansive energy, luck, positive. This is actually one of the best cards in the tarot, and it's a major arcana. The major arcana cards, unlike the minor arcana, are big events. The minor arcana can be sort of the day to day. This is a big cycle that can change. And if you're trying to get discernment about a direction, this is a great card. Yes, the answer is yes. If you're trying to make a decision about that, moving away from something or someone or career or business, and then choose your path and begin now. Take those steps. I do get, for many of you, you may need to do a little sort of work on the inner work first, getting to a place of clarity and balance. And this card though is also saying leaving something behind. Very often this card gets interpreted negatively. This Five of Pentacles, like feeling left out in the cold or kicked out in the cold. And fives are losses. They are things you can feel very deeply. But this can also mean realizing you weren't getting what you needed. These people are clearly not well taken care of, and they need to go somewhere new. They need to step out, even if it's getting out of your comfort zone, going out in the cold, going out in the dark and unknown, and maybe not even feeling ready. But again, begin now. Even if your beginning now is just your planning stage, your preparation stage, your getting ready to plan. Maybe you're selling a business. Maybe you had a business partner that some of this was happening. Maybe they made some poor decisions. And again, with this way these cards are coming out with forgiveness and shadow work, I do get for some of you, because twos are partnership. So this was the first card. For some of you, this could relate to a partnership, be it a romantic relationship, that somebody really didn't do right by you. They did not do what they should have been, maybe in the finances, maybe in making decisions that affected you. But for others, it could be a work partnership, a coworker that you were working on projects with, or a business partner, and you feel left out in the cold. You feel like you don't know where to go, or what to do, and it's somewhat stormy. So just know, if you're in this phase right now, you're coming out of it. This impasse is changing. I mean, this positive cycle card trumps all the negatives. This and the yes are giving you sort of hope, inspiration, that this won't last. Yeah, some of you definitely have been betrayed or knifed in the back, something, and it was just, I get, for some it could be very unexpected. A business partner that misappropriated funds, or just dropped the ball on their responsibilities, and it's left you feeling out in the cold, financially and every other way, or a relationship where somebody did that. So there is a lot of shadow work. And, as the cards begin to tell that story and reinforce the story and the message, I do believe forgiveness is key. And it always is. Forgiveness and divinity go into that higher level of release, raising your vibration. I believe Einstein was the one who said you cannot solve a problem at the same level of consciousness in which it was created. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? It sounds good, but what does it mean? It means you have to raise your vibration. You have to get into another mindset, a higher way of looking at things, and then you won't be blocked. And so, yeah, I think that's the message coming through, Scorpio, is do the shadow work. And maybe that's just releasing your own anger and frustration and disappointment, and but sense of betrayal. Like, work through that, and then the storm will start to dissipate, and the clouds, this Ten of Swords and the stormy card, and get to this place of peace. The peaceful resolution might be within you first. You've got to get to a place of release, peace, clarity. That's when clarity comes. When you raise your vibration, you get the answers, you get the clarity. Things manifest from a higher realm, and then you move back into joy, and you know, feeling like the sky it's sunny again. And you get this card. You get the Wheel of Fortune. Things start to move in a more positive direction. But I do get for you, you're going to have to do that inner work. You're going to have to maybe journal, go however you enjoy being in nature, walking on the beach, walking in your, in a pretty area, something that brings you into that peaceful place that you can begin to process and make really the right choices for whatever this situation it is for you, and choose your own path. You can choose. You're not stuck. This card indicates that you have a choice. You can go forward, and the other message in this card is everything's possible. So don't feel like you're just at the end and there's no way out, because everything is possible. This man is looking off into the distance. He's not moving forward, he's standing. So right now I'm getting that you're not necessarily able to pull the trigger and just dart into the future, but you can choose a new path. And as you begin to choose, do that work, pray, meditate, work with someone who's going to help you, the path will unfold, and you'll begin to take those first steps, because you're going to get a yes. You're going to get a yes as you process this and find the answers that you need. Well, that's a great month for you in September, Scorpio. Again, watch all your, if it didn't resonate with you, watch your sun, moon, and rising videos. And if you want to go deeper, my information is below. That is what I do. And having the channel since 2017, I very often do a lot of one-on-one work, and have been very fortunate and blessed to work with people all over the world, which I love. And as I've got a certified executive coach, I do corporate type things as well. But I really love helping people get unstuck and move from that victim mentality to victorious with clear guidance. And that's the key. You want the clear guidance. You want the path that is for your highest good and the highest good of all parties concerned. So hopefully that helped some of you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. It does help the algorithms when you do all that. And comment, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you next time.